Everything starts with the data that we have. We need to ensure that the data that we have is accurate down to the individual patient and to ensure that the platform's intelligence is accurate as a whole. At a few hundred to 1,000 patients, that seems relatively manageable, but as we scale that up to hundreds of thousands of patients, or maybe even millions of patients, how do we make sure that we're able to scale to that level of people? Ensuring that we're providing accurate analytics to our users without compromising on that performance is paramount to our success. There shouldn't be a 10-minute lag to pull up a single patient, and that data needs to be trusted by our users for accuracy. Having this type of experience allows our users to do the most good and helps the garage achieve its mission to change healthcare for good, one community at a time. When designing the architecture for new integrations with scalability in mind, it's important that we take a modular approach. We lean pretty heavily into event-driven design so that large processing isn't front-loading, and we can use standard frameworks like FHIR and HL7 for interoperability. Using this approach along with distributed processing capabilities, we're able to handle large volumes of data without sacrificing on data integrity or scalability. There's an analogy I like to make when it comes to adaptability as technology evolves, and credits to Yuval Lawi's writing software for introducing it to me. Imagine you put all of your favorite possessions into a room in a house, and then someone just tosses a grenade in there. Everything kind of gets destroyed. Now imagine each of your possessions are each put into their own little safe. If somebody tosses a grenade into the room, all of the individual contents are safe. If somebody tosses a single grenade into a safe, only that one possession ends up getting destroyed. This allows us to isolate things to prevent things from changing across the board. And when it comes to long-term adaptability of software, the same principle can be applied. We like to encapsulate each of the components into their own little space, and if something happens and a technology changes or a component becomes incompatible, we no longer have to replace the entire system to make that work again. We only need to replace that one component. This allows us both to embrace the change and minimize the effect it has on a system as a whole. So I love a good puzzle, and furthermore, I love optimizing those puzzles once they're solved. And healthcare is an ever-evolving puzzle that constantly has me engrossed in an optimization mindset. As new technologies come in, such as the revolution of AI in the industry, figuring out how it best fits into our ecosystem so that it empowers our using without imposing limitations on them is paramount to us. This keeps us constantly locked into putting the puzzle together and optimizing how those pieces fit together best for Bridge X. And Bridge X is offering me that amazing opportunity to do this.